Hi, my name is Jim Roman, and I'm the Associate Organist at St. Luke's United Methodist Church. I'd like to welcome you to our very first episode of Beside the Palm, a basic interview show that my producer/wife Grace and I have put together in an effort to provide a new way of connecting with our community during these difficult times. We hope this weekly program will brighten your lives just a little bit and hopefully bring some joy to your day. We'll begin by interviewing the members of St. Luke's music staff, starting today with our very own Director of Music and Fine Arts, Sid Davis. Please sit back and enjoy the show.
Beside the Palm, Episode 1.
Davis, welcome to Episode 1 of this, what is it, Beneath the Palm, Beside the Palm? I've already forgotten.
You're actually both, but we'll go with that.
And I should tell listeners that we were going to call it Poolside with Penny. But since we're moving a month or two and not going to have the poolside view, we went with...
She doesn't look very interested.
Well, this is her favorite spot, though. She's happy. Okay, should we jump right in?
Let's jump.
All right. This is an easy one to start with. Where did you grow up?
I'm sorry?
Where did you grow up?
Mostly in Shreveport. My father was in the Air Force, so we did some traveling around, but most of it was done by the time I came along. We lived in Alaska for 2 years when I was first born.
I always forget that. No wonder you're so cold.
It's cold.
Say that again.
Say it again?
Yes. We're off to a great start.
Maybe we should try this again.
No, I think this is great. I said, no wonder you're so cold-hearted sometimes.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I think of myself as cold-hearted.
This isn't one of the questions, but what brought you to Houston then?
A job. I was at Chapelwood for 10 years, Chapel's Church for 10 years. Lived in Dallas, did not want to move to Houston. A friend got hired as a consultant for that job and contacted me and said she wanted to give me my name. And I said, no, I don't want to move to Houston. And then she called me back 2 weeks later and said, I gave him your name anyway. And we've been here since 1986. So it sort of worked out, I guess.
Sort of like me, I didn't want to move here either, but here I am.
Here you are.
Did you have, or what was your favorite meal as a child?
Gosh. Favorite meal? Because we lived in the North, even for a short time, my mother cooked things that people in the South not much. And so we ate some unusual things. Like we would have sauerkraut, which I loved. She made rhubarb pie, which I loved. My favorite. She was great with fried chicken. It was probably fried chicken. Sunday lunch.
That's surprising. You like so many weird, gross things that fried chicken would be your favorite.
I do love liver. She used to make liver and onions,
All right,
which I love.
Next question. When did you know that you wanted to be a professional musician?
Well, I've played the piano my whole life. I mean, it's not, aren't I wonderful because I played the piano my whole life. I didn't understand why everybody didn't play the piano. I just thought that was something you did. By the time I got to college, I decided music wasn't for me. I was going to be a history major, possibly an attorney, which would have been a disaster. So I was probably a junior in college before I changed my major to music. Finally, succumbed and became a music major. I've been hanging out with all the music majors anyway, so.
All right. Say sitcom.
Sorry?
What did you say? Sitcom?
No,
That's what I heard.
I'm sorry. I was a junior in college before I changed my major to music, and I had hung out with all the music majors anyway. I don't know.
I don't know where I heard that.
Maybe it's the Palm.
I'm gonna
I
rewatch it.
don't.
We'll see.
Okay.
So I guess I kind of jumped ahead on this one, but it said, "How did you come to be at St. Luke's, and how long have you been there?"
I found out that the job was open in the summer of 1995. And I thought, boy, that's going to be a great job for somebody. And then in the fall, contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to interview. I wasn't really looking to leave Chapelwood. And, but the thing that really drew me was that they wanted a youth choir. And I'd never started the youth choir before, but I had grown to really love the youth choir at Chapelwood very much, and had found that that was something that really spoke to me. And I interviewed for it and was hired, found out I got the job in January, and then came in almost 24 years ago today. I mean, it was May 24 years ago when I started.
Wow.
I'm gonna keep doing it till I get it right.
Oh, well, might be a while then. What are your 5 favorite things right now? Anything. 5 favorite things.
Wow. 5 favorite things.
Food, TV shows, books, anything.
I'm loving the book I'm reading right now, The Splendid and the Vile, which is a book about Churchill, which I would not have normally read it, but the author, Erik Larson, wrote another book which I loved, The Devil in the White City. And so I got it, and it's fantastic. It's great. So there's that. I was just having a talk with Justin a few minutes ago about Bill Bryson, the author Bill Bryson, and I had given Justin a copy of The Body because I think that's a book that everybody's bookshelf. So I love that. One of the things I'm thinking about a lot right now is that a year ago exactly, we were getting ready to go to England, and I'm thinking about what an incredible experience that was and how fortunate we were, especially in light of now. And I say that knowing that not everybody got to go, so that's not lost on me, but that experience was pretty wonderful. Likewise, it's bittersweet that the whole Carnegie Hall thing is not going to happen, at least right now, because I mean, how many times you get to be part of the birth of a piece and its inception and its the follow through and the first performances, and then see it go to Carnegie Hall. That's pretty astounding.
Actually ending in Carnegie Hall.
Yeah. 5 favorite things.
Take your time. Not like we have all day or anything.
I'm a huge old movie buff. I'd rather watch an old movie than a new movie any day, which I know you think is weird. And I'm getting to watch a lot of the ones that I watch over and over and over. I'm just pulling them up and watching them because it's comforting for me. And so I've watched some of the things that I've been reminded why they are my favorites. So there's that.
You were new when a lot of those movies were new too, weren't you? So some nostalgia there, I'm sure.
Thank you for noticing that. Yes, as a matter of fact.
I'll be there soon. My gray hair is getting longer.
Yeah.
Get my hair cut.
I would say don't make me come over there, but actually nothing would make me come over there right now. So
was that 4 things or was that 5? I've already lost count.
it's in the 4 to 5 neighborhood.
Close enough. Let's see, what's next? Oh, I'm curious about this one. What is one song that you think the audience should go listen to right after watching this?
Because of this? Or
No.
just
If you had to pick one song that you want people to listen to, it could be anything. Choral piece, a pop song, I think. Anything.
wow.
Think after this.
One thing that the audience should listen to right after this. I have been reminded recently how much I love a old shut up album called Switched on Bach, which was probably the earliest synthesized version of Bach pieces. It's where I learned to love Brandenburg and Jerry. And I love that very much. Everybody should go look it up. Switched on Bach, Wendy Carlos, probably 1968, maybe a little, maybe 1970.
Yeah, I think you've had me listen to those. They're cool.
Super cool. It's particularly cool because back then, synthesizers were so new and you couldn't play, you can play a chord. You actually couldn't play two notes at once. You could only play a. So all of those lines were soloed out.
Oh, wow.
One note at a time. And the synthesizer, of course, like computers are now, they were huge. The Polymoog synthesizer was giant and knobs and all sorts of stuff. But the line could only be soloed out one note at a time. It's fabulous work.
It's like back when my brother used to say that's back in the old black and white days.
It's true. It's true. Or as Peyton used to say, gray and white.
Yeah. Oh, so you have a tattoo.
I do.
First of all, what does it say, and why did you choose it?
It says, you can't test cautiously. And it's actually, that's the fragment of the quote. It says something about you can't cautiously, therefore, something about spreading your wings. It's an Annie Dillard quote, an Annie favorite writer. I should have mentioned that in my favorite things. And why did I get it? That's a good question. I'm sure that my family asks often. Meredith went to Mexico with friends. And while she was gone, I got that. And she was like, I'll leave town for 5 minutes and you go get a tattoo. I'm Brad Blunt. Hi, Brad. And it was cool. And I like it because I look at it often and it reminds me to be courageous at times when I don't want to be, or I'm considering doing something else.
Are you looking at it more often now than you used to?
I do look at it a lot. I have a lot of time to look at it, actually. Would you ever get a tattoo?
I don't know. I'd have to think really hard. And I think I'm too indecisive for one because I wouldn't know where to get it or what it should be. And if I did, it'd be like, oh, I should have had it say this or it should have gone here. I think it would just cause me to live in agony.
That's when you get another one.
No.
Say that the question about your tattoo is, the first question is, when are you going to get your next one?
Okay. When are you going to get your next one?
I don't know, but I'd do it. It's interesting, and I don't say this for me, I just think it's sort of ironic and funny to see a person on a walker going into a tattoo parlor. I think it's kind of funny.
It is. That's a good image for people now.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of funny, this next question, and let it be known that our producer, Grace, came up with this. This was not me.
Great.
What did you think of me when you met me for the first time?
Oh, interesting. Well, first of all, let me say, I was so glad that we found out about you and that Rob wanted to interview you because he was just playing everything all the time and he needed help. So I was very glad about that. Before I met you, I looked you up on YouTube and watched and listened to you play. I checked with a friend who said you're the hardest working person he's ever known. So I did my homework. I thought you were very funny. You made me laugh. And I mean, it just all sort of added up. I knew you could play, and I knew you worked hard, and you were funny. Let's do it.
I won't ask what you think of me now. We'll wait for it when we're not recording.
That's going to need to be another episode.
Yeah. Okay, this is where our timer comes in here.
Great.
We're going to do a rapid fire round.
I knew I should have had somebody else do this.
This is all our producer. I had nothing to do with this. So I'm going to set the timer here for 1 minute. Okay. Are you ready?
Sure.
Wait, that says 1 hour, not 1 minute. We don't want to do that. Okay, 1 minute. All right, here we go. What do you want to eat right now?
I just ate, so I really don't want to eat anything. Had egg salad.
Oh. Well, how do you take your coffee?
Black.
Pie or cake?
Oh. Probably pie, but it's so close.
What's your favorite thing in your closet right now?
Oh, my closet. I have a lot of shirts. I like shirts.
Do you have a favorite one?
Favorite shirt? I like white shirts.
You wear white a lot. What was the last movie you watched?
Hang on. Last movie. Ooh.
Oh, hurry up. We have good questions to get to.
Let me come back to that.
What color is your toothbrush?
Blue.
Say hello, governor, in a Cockney accent.
Hello, governor.
That's pitiful. What's the best show that's streaming right now?
I'm watching some that I probably shouldn't put on the church website. Mom.
Okay.
Time up.
That's time. Yeah. We had some other.
Mom on BritBox.
All right. Great. It's a great show. Okay. So I think we're probably running out of time. So we have one more question. And last but not least, what are you reading right now? Did we already talk about that?
Well, I'm reading 2 books right now. So we talked about one of them, The Splendid and the Vile. I'm reading 3 books. Gotham, which is a history of New York City. It's about this thick, but it's so fascinating. And actually, that's sort of a reread. I never finished it before, but I had gotten probably halfway through it years ago. So I'm reading that, and I'm rereading Rebecca, which is my favorite novel, which is, I know, sappy, but it's so good.
We'll put links to all of these things in the video description.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that's all I have. Thank you.
How lovely, and it didn't even rain on you.
I know it didn't rain yet. It's been a lovely day, and Penny's sitting here in my lap.
Penny should say goodbye to us.
Come here, pups.
Just when I got comfortable. Penny! Penny!
Well, thank you for being our first guinea pig for...
I'm so honored to be the first one.
Oh, hope people learned a lot. I hope you haven't deterred people from watching the next one. So
I hope not to. I'll be eager to see the finished product.
We will too.
Bye.
Bye.